Hi, my name is Jessica Walker, and this is my Higher Level Literacy Center for the book A Bad Case of the Stripes by David Shannon. This is for 2nd grade, and in this activity they will be participating in a group discussion, and then they will also be writing in their writing journals. So the directions are here, and they say, in this center you will participate in a discussion with the peers in your group. There will be a question asked, and then I would like to hear you giving your opinion about the story. I like to hear statements that say, I agree with that statement and here is why, or I do not agree with that statement and here is why, or I like what you said about this part of the story, I agree with that as well. Being respectful of who is speaking and do not interrupt. If you don't understand what your classmate just described, politely ask them to clarify what was just said. After the conversation is over, get out your writing journals and write down something one of your peers liked or didn't like about the story. So in the step says one person will read a question to prompt a conversation. Then they will discuss the question in depth using collaborative lingo and terms as directed above. Once they are finished, they get out their writing journals and write at least 2 sentences about what one of their peers liked or disliked about the story. The standard I chose to go with this is LAFS2SL 1.1. Participate in collaborative conversations with diverse partners about grade 2 topics in text with peers and adults in small or larger groups. And subsection A says follow agreed upon rules for discussion. B, build on others' talk and conversation by linking their comments to the remarks of others. C, ask for clarification and further explanation as needed about the topics in text under discussion. So I feel like this activity goes really well with this standard because they are talking about this book. They're using polite conversation, and they're linking by saying, oh, I like what you said about this part of the story, or oh, I don't really agree with that opinion about this part of the story. That's linking their comments and remarks to others and asking for clarification if they don't understand. Oh, what do you mean by that? Can you please explain what you meant? That is obviously asking for clarification for further explanation. So I felt like this standard went really well with this discussion. And also the added them writing in their journals about what a peer said will let me know that they were really listening to what their peers had to say, and then their peers were listening to what that person had to say as well. There's also a rubric, and it does focus on the cooperation and the communication and the respect, but also that they were staying on task. And I wanted them to make sure that they weren't getting too silly with their conversations, and that their conversations were staying on topic and about the story and about what their peers liked. So one of the rationales I wanted to bring up was Carol Tomlinson in her video, Why Differentiate Instruction. She talks about differentiating instruction for lower levels, for students with disabilities and also ELLs, but I think differentiating instruction is good for them, but I also think differentiating instruction for higher levels is important as well, because we can't forget about kids who might be a little bit higher on the scale, and you want to cater to them as well, so you don't hold them back while trying to cater to the other students. So differentiating instruction is extremely broad, but I think it's very important in the classroom.